Hey man, it's Black Couch Booking, and I'm here with another video. And today we're gonna get right to the nitty-gritty. We're on the road to 1,000, so please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support. Bray Wyatt is a guy that I like a lot. I made a video about spooky wrestling dying. Here's the thing: should Bray Wyatt return to WWE? Yes. This is a no-brainer. Bray Wyatt is one of the most creative minds I have ever seen. However, accountability. He needs to take accountability. He booked himself into a corner. They gave Bray Wyatt a lot of creative control before Vince McMahon came back, and Vince McMahon has nothing to do with what's been going on with Bray Wyatt. He has done this to himself. Triple H said, here, take the green light, go, and let's make it make sense with what we're trying to do as a business. What Bray Wyatt was trying to do did not work. He piqued my interest because he said, listen, I'm just a man, I'm not an entity, a deity, an entity. He should have kept going with that, because I legitimately think Bray Wyatt is so creative that he doesn't have to do the spooky thing in order to be interesting. Because now, look what happened. When you're trying to do this long form storytelling, you have to be consistent and you have to have a direction. It seems like he was just going from point A to point B to point C to point D without knowing what's going to happen at Z, all the way at the end. It seemed like the promos were just going from a week to week to week basis. You need to have like a storyboard, like it's a comic book, and write out what's going to happen, because Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy, I was cool with that at WrestleMania. That would have made a lot of sense. But over time, what was happening is all of a sudden Uncle Howdy's on your side now. Why is that? All of a sudden, you're about to get Alexa Bliss back now. Why is that? And then nothing happened. You can say it's because of injury. You can say because he sat out. Whatever. But what was going to come of all that? You shouldn't have went against LA Knight. It should have just been Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy the whole time. I don't know why LA Knight was thrown into that. Maybe it was the company that wanted LA Knight to get some face time. But LA Knight is one of the first people to lose to Bray Wyatt, and he came out better. That doesn't make sense. What you could do now, if you want to bring him back, should he come back, the only way I could see something making sense would be for Bray Wyatt to come back after Roman Reigns defends his title against whoever and challenge Roman Reigns. Why? Because he could come back and say, listen, I'm not a spooky guy. I'm not the Undertaker. I'm not the Fiend. I'm Bray Wyatt. I want to challenge you for the belt. He loses, but that still gives him credibility, because now it's like, all right, you're just a regular wrestler with a cool entrance music. Keep the same entrance music. Keep the entrance, and you're just like a guy who's like cool, like an Aleister Black or Joe Gacy. It's not like you're making the lights go out, you're setting people on fire and stuff like that. That's the only way you can bring Bray Wyatt back, is you just have him legitimately wrestle. Now, with him and Roman Reigns have a good match, that's questionable. And if Bray Wyatt cannot carry a match without doing the antics and the spooky stuff, then it's just like, maybe this isn't going to work out. But I think Bray Wyatt is good enough to actually work with creative and come out with a good story. Vince McMahon helped him to a certain extent, or at least kept him grounded with certain things that The Fiend was doing. When it started getting too outrageous, you could tell that's because Vince McMahon was diving too much into it. He fell in love with the merchandise sales, and then it was like, damn, well, we're here, we might as well go extreme. I think Bray Wyatt and Triple H can come to a medium where we keep it grounded, keep it leveled. You can still be spooky to a certain extent. Leave the spookiness at the entrance and you're stable. That's it. After that, wrestle. Have regular promos. You don't need to talk in circles. Some of the I love Bray Wyatt promo, but some of the promos was like talking in circles, and he was just going on and on and on. And then at the end, there's no conclusion. Bray Wyatt is one of my favorites. He has the best presentation I've ever seen in the modern wrestling since The Undertaker. Bray Wyatt's presentation is similar to none, non-comparable. Matches, I will rate that a C. Promos, when he actually has a point in it and is leading to something else. What made Bray Wyatt interesting as The Fiend was when he did promos, you were excited to see what's going to happen next week. Ooh, Firefly Funhouse episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's going to happen on the last episode? Ooh, The Fiend is finally revealed. It was a story. It kept going. This story, when you came out with that silver mask that looked like the mask off the Black Phone, I wanted to see where that was going. What does this mask mean that The Fiend doesn't mean? And it didn't mean anything, because he didn't even wear that mask at the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. That he came out with a new mask for no reason. And that's the case. Should have just been Bray Wyatt from the start. I don't understand. Bray Wyatt is better than this. Why did you bring Bo Dallas back if there was never going to be a reveal that Uncle Howdy was Bo Dallas? We know it's Bo Dallas, but the point is, you doing it for the pop and doing it to advance the story. What's the point? What is the point of bringing him back if nothing is going to happen? He didn't get a chance to. Bruh, he came back at Extreme Rules, bro. He could have been revealed at the pitch black match and did that little corkscrew, whatever he did. Took off the mask and then did the flip. That completely missed. So what's the point? I don't understand. Like, where are we going with this? I legitimately want to know, where are we going with this? Where were we going? If anything ever comes out in the future, what he wanted to do, I would love to read that or watch that interview. Because I legitimately, I didn't know. When people were saying Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy at WrestleMania, I was like, oh, brother, I don't really want to see that. But it's going to be cool that we get Bo Dallas to unmask and say, I'm Uncle Howdy. That would have been cool. And I got invested in the Uncle Howdy character after. I'm like, that's kind of weird looking, but I was like, okay. Once I seen him and he came out and he did a little laugh, he had interest music, I'm like, okay. And then seeing Uncle Howdy mess with Alexa Bliss, I'm like, okay, we building up. And then all that momentum for nothing. We have to bring him back, and it has to be back for a reason. Bray Wyatt does not need championships, but like they said, when you book him against somebody has to lose. It's going to make the person who lose looks really bad. It's very hard for both of them to come out on top. The only way that can happen is if somebody loses clean in a wrestling match. It cannot be any nonsense. It can't be getting buried under a pile of weapons and get a DQ in a Hell in a Cell match. It cannot be whatever that match was at the pitch black. It's got to be a legit match. Lose. Okay, I lost. Now I'm going to come back and beat you on the next episode of SmackDown or Raw. That's it. Book him like a human. That's all you got to do. So should he come back? Yes, because it's not going to work anywhere else. AEW doesn't do the spooky stuff like that. The House of Black is as spooky as you're going to get, and that's not even that spooky. Impact, no one's watching. No. I don't want to see Bray Wyatt on Impact. He's too big for that. New Japan, no. WWE is the place for Bray Wyatt. Nowhere else. So he has to make this work. And if he doesn't, then you make movies, make Rob Zombie movies. That's it. Those are the only solutions at this point. Let me know what you guys think, though, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. I love Bray Wyatt, bro. I really want to see him succeed. Like, legitimately, one of my favorites. But we got to hold everybody accountable. We got to hold yourself accountable and go back to the drawing board. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, man. Thank you guys so much for the subscribers. I'm out.